Hello, how you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing well this morning or afternoon or whenever you see this video. This time I'm going to focus on men and women's relationship. But at the end of this video, it's going to be very interesting on what this one woman says on TikTok about the dynamics between men and women. And first we're going to hear from the women first, what they feel about, and it's a particular group of women, what they think about their particular group of men. And you going to guess it by what they say. Alright then, and I'll come back with my commentary.
You may be eligible for a $0 premium health.
Gents, I've stated multiple times that I do not hate black women. It is very disheartening and it is very frustrating when you hear them say things like this.
2025, we ain't dating black men. 2025, we ain't dating black men. 2025, we ain't dating black men.
That blue collar brother is not it. He's not gonna fit. But for some of us black women, your blue collar is not enough.
So the question is, can a man with no money make a woman happy? You should be impotent. If you ain't got no money as a man, you shouldn't even be able, that thing shouldn't even try to rise up. What the hell can a broke man do for a woman? A man with no money can't do nothing for nobody, including himself.
Thinking about the psychology of things, I really feel like black men are addicted to struggle and poverty. You gotta get the bottom of the barrel when it comes to interacting with them. Do you hate men? You really hate men? Yes! It's really sad that women cannot even embrace their femininity because how perverted and predatory men are.
People always be like, Tia, what's your type? Providers, protectors, and problem solvers. That's it. If I call your phone and be like, babe, my tire just went flat, and you not talking about how much your tire is or where you at so I can go get your car towed to take it to the shop to get your tire replaced, I don't want that. I need a problem solver. If I call you and be like, babe, my car note so-and-so is due, I need my phone bill paid, you not talking about what's your, come get the money, I'm finna send it to you, you're not my type, I need a provider.
Don't waste your time asking me about no motherfucking passport, bro. They're gonna take their ashy, bald-headed asses overseas, and a foreign woman is gonna run their pockets dry and send their ugly asses back to their 5x5 foot shoebox ass motherfucking apartment.
There's plenty of y'all out here. Finding y'all are not the is not the problem. The problem is that y'all are not worth keeping.
I started talking to this guy that I matched with on Tinder, and of course I have to pull it, you know I'm fat, right? And he goes, I know. And he goes, it doesn't matter. I see pretty and I like it. That's how it should be.
And I'm sorry, for me personally, I'm not doing all that cooking for no nigga.
Honestly, I just feel like you just need to lower your standards and then you'll be happy. Like, don't be dating certain women and they be like, oh my god, it's so expensive, I done spent $400 on her. Don't approach women you can't afford to date.
Let him go to Kaya house. Let him go to Kaya house, y'all.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. It's been one hell of a year. We have seen modern women say that they don't need men because they're independent. Single moms and baby mamas having these high, unrealistic expectations of men. And we also see older women who aren't teaching young women what they need to know. Matter of fact, these same older women are trying to live the exact same lifestyle that these young women are living. Today I've compiled a list of clips from some of the best videos on this channel this year. But in TSG fashion, I've arranged them in such a way that it's going to be good. It's going to be entertaining. But it's going to tell a story of what we saw this year and how impactful that has been. Buckle your seatbelts, gents. It's going to be a bumpy ride. With that being said, let's get started.
If you're self-employed and navigating the maze of tax credits, you've come to the right place.
With that being said, let's get started.
Black men, I'm gonna say from me to you, this is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. I grew up during a time when it was encouraged that women be independent. You know, have your own this, have your own that. You don't need a man, you're strong. And we fell for it. A lot of us fell for it.
You need men because we're gonna build this for you and build that for you, sir. All y'all not building. We only need a few men to build those things. Now y'all finna make me mad because what are you talking about?
That ain't right.
Why is it that when black women start leveling up, people
don't tell us you can't have this, you can't have that. You need to humble yourself.
So I just got stood up. He hasn't called, he hasn't said a word. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have dinner by my beautiful black self.
At least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you.
If you take a black woman and stick her in a room with 10 black men, random pick, just go pick a random. Ask every one of them, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? What do you do for a living? What is your education level? What are your accomplishments in life? I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10, that woman has outdone every man in that room.
Do white women act like they belong to white men? Yes or no? Do Hispanic women act like they belong to Hispanic men?
Absolutely.
Do Asian women act like they belong to Asian men?
Definitely.
Do Middle Eastern women act like they belong to Middle Eastern men?
Yes.
Do black women act like they belong to black men?
By and large, no. But
The fact that you have to even put a modifier on there says you are still conflicted with the reality you are seeing.
But how can modern women learn to be agreeable girlfriends, wives, mothers when they're told to think just like this?
Every girl needs to be financially independent. So you're not just someone's wife or someone's daughter or someone's sister. Your identity will be defined by your ability to be independent.
We've dated the men who worked at Walmart. We've dated Kroger. We've dated drug dealers. We've dated scammers. We've dated these men. Just because he make $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour, y'all, that does not mean he's faithful. Think to your script, sis.
So what's happening is, like, a lot of women are negating their options. Their real life option is the option in your face. So when you go to the grocery store, when you go to church, when you go wherever you're going in your life, whoever that man is, whoever that woman is, that is your real life option. A lot of women say I want a husband, but do they think about, do you really want to be a wife? Like, a wife really is a job.
It is going to come down to women checking women and getting you guys straight. We cannot fix you because you have no respect for us. You only respect each other. And if we can't rely on the educated of you and the intelligent of you and the learned of you to at least be honest, black men will sit back saying, who the fuck can we rely on?
We don't need black men. We are the most educated demographic in this country right now. We have started more business than any demographic in this country right now. We're doing great. We don't need anyone.
We was never going to date you anyway.
You can't ask any of the male contacts that for money. Yes, it is time. Block, 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 block. The wax lady, your hairstylist, your landlord, your phone bill. Payment method is not good morning.
If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kids, then we don't have anything to talk about.
So men don't like me. They like to look at me, but once I start talking, it's a different story.
Shut up.
So what do? I continue talking.
Nobody wants that.
If a man believes that you'll never leave him, that means it's time for you to leave him.
That's terrible advice. Name 5 things that you have to offer a man.
Nothing, 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 and nothing.
You ain't with that one.
No, I don't believe in submitting to a man.
But you know what I tell us black women? Keep up the good work.
Men love to give you their money. If a man don't love you, give you no money, he don't like you. You know how we love to give love? Men love to give money. So if you want to know if a guy like you, if he ain't giving you no money, he don't like you. Go get you another one.
When a man invests in a woman, it's serious, more serious to him.
What makes a woman an investment?
I think a trip is an investment. I think flowers is an investment. I think all of that, the courting is an investment. A fucking dinner at fucking a 5-star restaurant could be an investment.
So is the pussy, is that the return on the investment? Or what's the return? Because I know that's saying literally. Is that like, you said that the trip or the purchase or the money or whatever that he does, this is an investment because a woman is an investment. When you invest something, you have a return. What is my return? Like, what am I getting to spend my money on you?
How the fuck am I? What do you want as an investment? Are you doing it? 9 times out of 10, a man is doing it to get some pussy.
This is house of sex.
We can't let men be men how they want to be men, or us women are telling men how to be
What's your name?
Philip.
Philip, how old are you?
34. I'm the assistant track coach at Arizona State.
What do you look for in a woman?
Fun, personality, just open to new things.
I'm Tatiana, I'm 25.
Nice to meet you. I said nice to meet you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Tatiana, why did you end up popping your balloon? It's gonna sound ruthless. Like, I'm a goofy person, but you just look a little bit too goofy for me.
I get negative comments all the time from women who watch my videos. But rarely do these women speak on or take accountability for women who think and act like this.
Just like in a relationship, if you're not doing something right, and I keep on telling you, like, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right, if you don't listen, I'm going to cheat on you because it's going to hurt my feelings to leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
Maybe you're the problem.
I can go suck Kevin, come kiss you, and it has no bounds for me. That's when you get embarrassed. That's when you get mad toward you want to put your hands on me. I don't care. I been sucking 2019, ain't shit changing. I'm 24 years old. I was 19 when I first met Kevin. Ain't nothing changed. It's gonna be me and Kevin until the end of time. And then it's gonna be me and Christopher until the end of time. Cause I love you, Dad. You're my baby daddy. I'm gonna have more kids with you. But I'm going to suck you as soon as you make me mad.
Your EBT or SNAP card is now covering your daily expenses. All EBT or SNAP.
There's a whole sector of women, seriously, that's like, we don't need, every time we go to comments, we don't need y'all, we doing it all by ourselves. We don't, like, and most of the time when I go to their profile, I'm like, no one's looking for you. You're no man's first choice.
That's so true.
Stop trying to recruit these young girls and have them recycle your way of thinking to pull them on your side, because these young girls and women that are aligning themselves with the interests of men, they have a chance to go on and have a happy and healthy, fruitful relationship.
There's two different types of men. A man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider, who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or some. It takes a village to raise these kids. You know, I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
And I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household.
Can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my children?
That's a yes.
Yeah, let's word that a
little. If your kids is acting up,
yeah,
can he whoop your kids?
That's a good question.
But you don't have to tell her anything. That's the whole point. You don't have to tell her nothing.
So if I see her doing something, you just say,
you're dealing with me. And you mess with me, I mess with you. You don't mess with my kids. Okay? That's not the relationship we got. You hear from me. Don't say shit, she got that. You ain't gotta say shit to her. You gotta say nothing to her. You know what it takes for like me to go out on a date? I gotta get a babysitter for my kids.
Okay, should a nigga pay for that?
Yes.
What?
Guess what now? A part of me is my kids. And in order to take me out.
You're making an investment for a relationship.
And that's why
and I shouldn't have to pay for your trying to. When you invest
I'm not saying every day. I'm saying, okay.
No date.
It's not going to happen.
No man should have to pay for no daycare just to go on a date with you. Those are your kids. You figure out what you're gonna do with them. If you think he gonna pay for it, guess what? He gonna go get somebody else, and they gonna be ready to go on that date without having to pay for them kids in that daycare.
She's absolutely right.
Modern women want men to step up to be stepdads to these kids that these men didn't create, over prioritizing being a wife or that career she wanted. It's not any man's responsibility to take care of a kid that is not his.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
You are so dumb. How many kids you have?
I have 3.
You have
25, 18, and 12.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, we give you a few from one man. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself. You told the truth.
So I should be single until I'm 40?
You should have been married before you were a mother.
You're right.
That's the point. That's why that's old wisdom. Marry before you carry. Because when you get here, all the choices are bad. And y'all want good choices after bad decisions. It doesn't work. It ain't the man's fault.
So when he told me to have this baby and get me pregnant, it ain't his fault.
Nope.
Because I decided to go through with it.
Yep.
You're right.
He said nothing wrong. A lot of you ladies aren't going to like what I have to say, but I don't really give a French toast doggone. When you are in the top 10% of men, and almost 100% of women want you, just like Pringles. You can't just eat one. Why is it so many women today seem to really honestly believe that in a connected world, a man who has separated himself and rose to the top has to be limited to you?
I consider myself to be a boss chick. I'm 26, currently single. So, I mean, you were explaining to women that they are wasting their years being a boss chick. Why can't I build my life the way I want it without potentially just being a side chick?
What do you want?
A husband eventually.
Eventually when?
Definitely before I hit 30.
3 years, 8 months or so, you want to have a husband?
Yes.
How many children do you want to have?
I want 2 children.
And after you're pregnant and married with your first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
I do not. I would prefer to be
cool.
for my kids.
Okay, so by your calculations, what the fuck do you need to be a boss for if you're going to be a stay-at-home wife?
Because in the last 30 years to 35 years, black men ain't even been in the house to raise them. So how y'all gonna talk about these young black boys ain't know when you sorry bitches who won't raise them the last 30 years?
There was a time, let's say my mother, my aunts and things like that, they would say, okay, if that's the way you establish your manhood, I'm going to go for it. And my generation says, hey, no good. You must establish a new base. And we are as a group demanding that a new base be established. Why can't we try it my way?
5 years ago, the strong family was still the backbone of black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most black children are now growing up without their parents. Single women and the children they're rearing alone are the fastest growing part of the black
This was in
population.
1986.
Why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
I don't want no man who's because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. Male figures are not substantially important in the family.
A proud single mother of 2 lovely girls, and my focus right now is my babies and building an empire for them, because that's what I'm a very proud mother of 2. And I feel like sometimes in society you diminish mothers, single mothers, that I am no less of any other woman, I am not less of any other girl out there. I am more than enough because I also have a generation behind me, and I am so proud of being a single mother. And you should also be proud to be a single mother. You know what, the kind of peace that comes with being a single mother. So proud of who I am, and I want to teach my girls it is fine.
I'm telling any woman, no matter what her standard is, do not lower it because they're sitting on TikTok or any other professional tells them that they have to get a Build-A-Bear man. If their standard is what it is, then you have to acknowledge that's what their standard is and leave it alone.
10% of African American women have multiple children by multiple different men. So my thing is, you're doing this. No, I'm just telling women not to settle for. But when you settle, let me ask you this: do you call it settling with a quality man when he goes into a relationship with a woman who has 3 kids by 3 different men? Would you consider that settling?
No, I wouldn't.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But it's settling when we ask a woman to develop a better personality.
What's wrong with that?
A man is not your exit strategy to suck off his money and then just no.
No, that's not what I'm.
Why are you 28 years old with no roots? Why are you 28 years old with no relationship history, no real job history, and you're just out here? If a man were living his life the way you are, what would the world call him?
I guess like a loser, I guess.
Yes, a loser. Women can be losers too. But your counterparts who are looking to marry up and marry well were getting married their junior and senior year in college, the first and second year after college. They were married at 22 and 23, and you were laughing at those white girls and those Asian girls getting married at 22, 23. You get married after college, that's too young. We need to go on girl trips and have it our best life, hot girl summer and all this other bullshit. Now, they're 10 years into their marriage, 3 kids deep, and their husband's a VP of marketing somewhere. And while you still gotta, you and your cats are living in a loft downtown town driving your BMW in a middling career. You ain't on no career track. You blew your youth.
White women go to college to find a man. Black women go to college to prove they don't need one.
She's the greatest ever.
Why would we seek to, be one with the black man? We even think that being...
Thank you. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, you
We
don't
don't
need to
have
be with.
trust.
There you go.
We don't
There
have
you
trust
go.
in the
And
black
there
man.
you
We
go.
don't.
And there you go. There you go, black man. There it is. She's finally got one to say it.
I'm a busy mom, and weight loss was...
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh, never frozen meals prepared by chefs. This saves us so much time.
What I'm realizing is that women are a special kind of stupid.
What are some things to look for in a woman?
She just got to be cute and peaceful and a good person.
Okay.
Cute, peaceful, and a good person. Why is she laughing so hard about that? Maybe she knows that none of the women who come on that show are cute, peaceful, and a good person.
And what are some of your deal breakers?
Bad hygiene.
Okay, that's a good one.
He said bad hygiene is a deal breaker, and one of the women popped their balloon.
All right, and we did get a pop balloon. Let's head on over there. Okay, let's actually start here. All right, let's have your name and age.
My name is Phoenix Lemon, and I'm 48.
And Phoenix, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because he said he wanted somebody cute. I don't really see myself as being cute. I see myself more demure, glamorous.
Hey, this is Raul. Please act right. Well, Mrs. Demure and Glamorous, since you claim to be all of that, why are you 48 years old on a Pop the Balloon show? Shouldn't you leave this foolishness to the young folks?
All right, thank you. We did get a pop over here as well. Your name and age.
My name is Kathleen, and I'm 40.
And Kathleen, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped because it seemed like I would eat you up, in the sense that I'll be more dominant and you won't. Let's be as dominant. You'll let me take charge too much. So that's the vibe I'm getting.
False. That's false.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same thing a lot of women think about me until they disrespect me. Just because me and him are cool, calm, and collect, don't think you're gonna walk all over us.
But okay.
Is it because he seems shy or? Oh, okay.
I'm good at energy.
She's 40 years old and on a Pop the Balloon show, which I believe is safe to say that she's still single. But she's good at energy. Yeah, remember the psychic woman?
But here's the thing, when you're an expert psychoanalyst, you don't need that. You know the person instantly. Yeah. So I have that gift. I don't need all this time to get to know a man. I don't need it. I know right away. Almost like what you would think of as a psychic, right into you, right away. I know exactly what you got going on because I'm such a master at the human psyche. I'm very educated.
With thousands of good guys out there, it always amazes me how these women claim that they can pick up on a good man's energy, but they're always single. True or false? All the good men got played, so now all they do is work, chill, and ignore people. Yeah, that would be true. So that means that if all the good men won't interact with you, guess who's left? Yep, the very men that you all are complaining about, the trifling ones. Glad to see you find it funny. Because guess what the majority of the good guys do on their vacation time? I guarantee you, they are not ignoring the women wherever their destination is.
Bringing you a family.
Most men do not deserve to be the head of a household, and that's a conversation we'll have later. Y'all not real leaders. Y'all wouldn't know what to do in real face of conflict.
What type of men are you dealing with?
I'm not really doing.
So where are these things coming from?
I'm watching it happen. I'm a very big observer.
So you believe what people are telling you?
No, I watch it real life. You're not dating men for the past freaking 15, 18 years. And
what was you dating before that?
No, I wasn't dating before. I was so young to date.
Now, I'm not going to say she's wrong. Actually, I'm going to say she's right. But hold on. Before y'all get bent with me, let me introduce you to Love Dorsey. She's going to explain why these men in her age group can't lead.
I feel, me personally, especially for our people, I feel like that comes from the man's upbringing. I gotta laugh when I say this because the females get so mad, but we are in a crisis, a pandemic with this single mother and shit. And it's crazy because you could literally Google it. It is a proven fact, and if you don't know what a fact is, look it up. But it is a proven fact that single mother households produce the worst product.
Facts.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
If you take 2-parent households, single father household, single mother household. Statistically, based on facts.
Yep, you're right.
The household with the woman heading it by herself produces the worst product. And for our people, for black people, for African American people, those single mother households are the reason why prisons are filled with a good majority of our
100%
people,
right.
So these are facts. You sit this on the table. Here go the facts. And then you say, so y'all need to start valuing men being involved in the lives of your children. You having access to a man and a woman during your upbringing needs to be brought back.
And that young lady is the reason why the majority of these young men that you're interacting with are unable to lead. They're being raised by single mothers.
Men in this generation scare me. How are you 30 years old and you're still trying to figure out your dating goals? What? Like, I don't know, find a wife, get married? Probably should be your goal. What?
So she thought the men in their 30s didn't have a dating goal, but they went in her comments and they told her exactly how they feel.
I posted a video about guys not knowing what they want in their 30s, and let me tell you, the comments have me like shook. The amount of men saying that they don't want to get married because they don't want to have to take care of a woman is like absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, love is dead. It's dead. Done.
Love is dead and done because women in Western culture killed it. These men know better than to take care of a woman who they know the majority of them are not going to take care of them in return. But don't get it twisted. Some of these men will get married and raise families with a woman in another country. And here's an example of why men would rather bond with women in other countries. Listen to this woman talking about having a lavender wedding with a gay guy. The caption reads, "I already know women in lavender marriages. They are wealthier and happier than women in regular marriages."
There is an entire population of women that want a lavender marriage. If you are just joining us, the gay men have joined Fuck Around and Find Out, and they are playing no games. When I go through the comments section of that video, I get 50 billion comments like this, and a whole nother sector of comments that are like, yeah, I'm in. Where do I sign up? There was even a suggestion for an app that gay men can get on to look for women that are willing to do a lavender marriage.
So does this mean that they're putting their money together with the gay guy, but they won't do 50-50 with a heterosexual guy? Because I cannot believe that these lavender guys are going to pay all the bills and allow her to do whatever she wants to do with her money.
But hell, you don't need an app. All you got to go through is the comment section of this video, and there you go. And then a lavender marriage would be like marrying your best homegirl. You gonna get fashion advice, hair advice, and they gonna tell you to bitch put that pizza down because you getting fat. And you're not gonna get offended because you know being around a gay man is gonna come with a little bit of shade.
But if a heterosexual man tells you that, you're ready to divorce him and take half of all his stuff.
This is the most powerful prayer to attract money. Don't skip this video. God wants to speak to you. He has chosen you.
But if a heterosexual man tells you that, you're ready to divorce him and take half of all his stuff.
Your house will consistently be clean. The pillows that you placed on your bed and on your couch won't be a problem. They won't be touched. The toilet seat will always be down. The toilet paper will be placed on the toilet paper roll the way it's supposed to do, and they won't give you shit about being on your period.
Sounds like a match made in heaven to me.
Why? Because they ain't worried about sleeping with you. Unless you want them to. Or at least that's what I heard in another video.
You see what's happening here? She wants him to act like a woman until she needs him to satisfy her like a man. Me, that's all I'm hearing.
Ladies, when I tell you I have been tagged in hundreds of videos, they are out there, girl, go get you one.
Yes, by all means, girl, go get you one. I don't think any of us heterosexual men are gonna care because we know how they are behind closed doors. So for all the lavender men out there who are willing to marry one of these women, all I can say is, good luck.
I left my husband. He knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
I don't think that any man predicts or plans to have a financial struggle.
They make a way.
His job laid him off. What?
I mean, I don't care what he did, but he should have made a way. I shouldn't have had to.
You should make a way to the bus station.
So to recap on what the young lady just said that was sitting in the car about men not having marriage goals, this is why. The minute the man's money runs low, she up and left him. What do you think would happen if his money was still good and she had female problems? when she couldn't please him in the bedroom and he left her. I guarantee you, the women would have been in the comment section calling him all kinds of trifling.
What I'm realizing is that women are a special kind of stupid.
What gives you the ick?
What?
What gives you the ick?
Oh, boys who shower in, like, with their bare feet. I mean, just seeing boys in the shower bare feet, like, it just gives me the ick.
So how many of you men shower with your shoes on? Exactly.
Does a guy ever hit on you and it genuinely hurts your feelings because of how much of a loser you are? The fact that you think you have a chance with me is like the worst insult anyone has ever given me.
And how much you want to bet she doesn't have the man that she really wants? Young lady, I can see your future, and it's you being all alone. But it's okay, because they have a special pillow for women just like you. In case you're wondering how it works, here's an example. Just like that rose, these things are going to be selling off the shelves over the next few years. Damn, why didn't I think of this invention?
Before I stop, I want to show you what this young woman said. And she made a whole lot of sense. Watch what she said.
And up to this moment, I had no idea who the Priscilla lady was because I stay away from women's content in general. Simply because it's always the same concept, same topics, same conclusions. Men aren't this, men aren't that, men can't do this, men can't do that. And last but not least, I looked at a few of her videos last night and she pretty much talking about the same thing. But she hit us with the men are incapable of love.
One, men are incapable of love, first and foremost.
It's like, I don't know how women are not tired of listening to that type of content at this point. When I click on her video or any other woman's video that speak like that, it gives me a fucking migraine. Because it's like, what are you talking about? You are better off, ma'am, just simply saying that I personally have not received love in a real way from a man. I don't think that men are incapable of love, and I don't think that men are incapable of loving. I think that women refuse to understand that men and women are just simply different. I think that women refuse to understand that men have their way of showing love, and it's not going to be in the way that women show love. And until women stop searching for a woman inside of a man, y'all are going to forever be lost. Y'all are going to forever not understand men. Y'all are going to forever have issues, and y'all going to forever think that men don't like us. They hate us. Oh my God, so we're going to hate them. Y'all have to learn to respect men and learn to listen and learn to understand men the way that men want to be understood and heard and loved and respected. Not the way that you would respect and listen and hear your girlfriends. Y'all refuse to try to understand men from a more logical level. Why? Because most women are thinking with their feelings and emotions, because that's what we as women do. Stop trying to make men be women. They're simply not. And when y'all try to constantly force men to act like women or to show emotion like women or to love like women, that is where the chaos comes into an explosion. Because you are trying to force something that's not what it is to be what you want it to be, and it's never going to work like that. There are some people in the world that love cats for exactly what they serve their purpose for. Most people say we like cats because they can keep the mice away. And then you have people that love dogs because dogs are protectors and they can keep bad people away. So if you're a person that like a cat specifically, but you want to take a chance on a dog, but now you find yourself wanting to train a cat to be a dog, baby, you're never going to get that cat to bark. You're just not. And that is what y'all want to do with men. Y'all want to try to take men, which is usually who they already are, which is the barkers, and y'all want them to meow, meow, meow. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not built to do that. Biologically, they say that the lymphatic system that women have, it pushes out emotion 2 times more than men. So therefore, as women, we are going to be a little bit more emotional, a little bit more in tune with our feelings, and a little bit more on that side of the world. Men's bodies just are not set up like that if we want to go the biological way. But let's just keep it real surface based. I personally think that men genuinely love harder and more authentic than women. When a man really authentically loves a woman, he usually loves her for exactly who she is. When women claim to love men, y'all love men for exactly what he has or what he has done or what he can do. Hence the reason if he loses his job, money get low, or whatever the case might be, women, y'all love fade for men. Y'all love fade when that money fade. Y'all love fade when the attention fades. Y'all love fade when it gets boring. Y'all love fade for men because y'all are feeling based. Y'all love men based off how you feel at the moment. Well, today I don't love him because I feel like he's getting on my nerves, and I feel like his job had him laid off for 2 months, and I feel like his money is just not long, and I feel like I can get me a bigger fish in the ocean. That's how y'all love. But when men love women, it's usually like when I love her. I love her. She doesn't have to have a degree. I love that girl who works at the gas station and at Wendy's because I love her personality. I love the way she takes care of herself. I love the way she thinks. I love the way she, is a nurturing woman. I love the femininity. I love the mothering skills in her. Men love women for genuine reasons.
Right.
And when they love hard. Y'all gonna say men are incapable of love when men are the same people who are willing to die for their wife and their family. That's why men don't want to get into love so easily, because they know they'll take it there. When a man genuinely loves a woman, he knows that she is now his everything. She is now what he has to put his life on the line for if it ever calls for it.
Exactly.
Y'all don't do that. If you are a woman that's looking to be married one day, or you are a hopeless romantic, or you are a lady who have been loved properly and it probably didn't work and now you're seeking a second chance at love, or a woman who just doesn't think negative like that in general, y'all need to stay away from the Priscillas, the Shira Sevens. Y'all need to stay away from women who is putting out content like that. I'll tell you what, I actually read a book and it's very baseline. I think it's something that you all can learn from. It's called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I would suggest that y'all start there. Start there so that y'all can learn the differences between men and women. And also, last but not least, stop trying to find a woman inside of a man. Men are not women and women are not men. That's it. That's all. Go learn a man. Someone asked me how did I feel about the Priscilla lady. And up until this moment, I had...
Coming from a woman, she hit it right on the knob. She hit it right on the knob. She hit it. She hit it right on the knob. I hope her content grows. Man, she hit it. And now you see how the difference in certain women's mindset. And this is what men. So this is the women you see online. Imagine the women out there who have been online that try to follow not what she's saying, but what the other videos are saying. And you see why some women end up being single long time. Some of them really are going to literally cause themselves to be single for the rest of their life, because their own words, their own actions have caused them to be single. It's their own action and their own stubbornness, their own ego. J.R. Wisdom, it's your ego, and that's that ego always talking. And so, they reveal themselves. That's what they truly revealing. And with them videos, they just don't get it. Either way, it's the man's gonna win in the end. He has the option of going. And if you hurt a man, and the men that you hurt and try to put down, you don't know the next season for them to rise up. And them men are going to remember what you say. And they're not going to deal because a woman's words and actions told them something like that. And maybe that's not going to trying to come back, and they're going to come back to you. Once you say those words, that's it. It's a wrap. And if you come across someone with that kind of personality, that's why Western women are going to be done. By what Kevin Samuel said, he has some good pointers in it too. Whether you believe what Kevin said, but he does make some good points. That's why some women keep themselves single, and they're going to basically have a cat and be bitter and die alone, because their own actions and their own words. The man has a choice. The man have a choice to make a decision and understand the principle in other parts of the world. Once he get outside that western country of the United States or other places, and he really find a woman that don't have that mindset. Now, are there some women over there that trying to do something similar? Yeah, he knows that, but if he's smart, he'll weigh it out. You know, there are some men that go over there and go for pay for play, like they've done here. But you're hurting legitimate men who don't go for pay for play, that they really want somebody. And those guys that you put down, say they were broke and dusty and non-attractive, not to your build, them educated men, some blue-collar men, are going to leave this country. And these very women that made these videos are going to regret what they're saying. Because if men came from other parts of the world, they're going to look at these women and say, these women are attractive, why are they single? I would say to men, go back on them videos and be around those women. And if you get into a relationship with a woman, watch how her true nature come out. She going to put on an act and say, well, I'll play submissive, but I'm not really submissive. They tell on themselves. They always reveal, and whatever is in is going to eventually come out, because you can't stay the same person. That's why men have to walk with caution these days, and especially they're looking at the laws, especially men that have had children, had women do them wrong, but they might have been that particular good man, and they got burnt by some woman in some kind of. They're going to be very because, and they finally get their finances, they finally get everything back up to par. They're going to be looking at videos like this, and they might have it finally get to that point, their finance and everything getting stable, their health and everything. And we're going to remember, and someone's going to remember what you said. And to the men and women that said, why can't black men and black women get together? Look what some black women be doing. This is the reason why. Why some black men, this can apply to all men and all women, but who do you see saying this the most? Who do you see saying this the most? Who said it's all right to just go ahead and be a single mother the most? This is what I'm talking about. And there's black men that don't want to go to other women. But there are black women are pushing with their mindset, their ego, and their mentality, pushing a man away. Now the other women starting to see that from a microcosmic point of view. Oh, they don't want that man? And imagine this is going all over the internet. And some of these women are just shocked. Like, they can't believe. And there are legitimate good women out there in other places where the economy, they know that the economy, it is not your education, all this other stuff is minute. They understand all they want is the good characteristic of the man. If he takes care of himself, he have a good character, and he's respectful. You hear that all over the world. Don't matter about his height. Don't matter about how much money. You know, the money just enough, of course, to take care. But on their stand of courtesy. But if not, this is one brother. He has a Filipino wife, more than life. He had men on there. One man mentioned that he lost everything, and and he thought that his Filipino wife was going to leave him. She didn't leave him. She stuck by him. In fact, she encouraged him to help him bring his business, make his life much better. The men, black men, like any other man, want the good characteristics of a woman. Not a woman that's going to be saying stupid stuff like this. This is the reason why. And it's like, what did I do? And maybe there might be some black women in America who might not think like those other women in that video. And it might be a small percentage of black women, very small percentage. But the ones that have this ego, that's out of touch with reality, and you see them from different all ages, this is the reason why they're single. It's unrealistic. Look what all people, all races of men and women going through. You just gonna kick somebody to the side because some misfortune happened? And we have people getting laid off every day. We have people from all walks of life, all races of life, just like that one, because he get laid off from his job. He should have something better. You see that kind of mindset? What if the man? What if you get sick and she should have took care of herself. She should have planned better. Like, you see what I'm saying? Wouldn't it, and just like Rollins, that would be kind of cold for a man to say that, wouldn't it? And let's say you had some fortunate incident happen, and because things happen in life, like you lose your job, you get sick, or something like that. Should a person just abandon you? And what the woman said, this is the type of love men have to work, because the men, that's why men don't want to love like that. Because what kind of mindset is this woman going to have? And men learn from other men's mistakes, just like women learn from other women's mistakes, and say, I don't want to be like that. Yeah, we have the want to have intimacy. That's just nature. But that don't cover the reality of the longevity of a relationship. That's part of a relationship, the intimacy between men and women. But it's not the longevity. And that's what men are looking at as far as investing. Should I invest my time? Should I invest my emotions before I invest my finances? And no one sees it from the man's point of view. That's what it is. He has a lot to lose. And then it can really take his mind to a different level if he go down, if he's not strong enough. Or he can turn, a man can be bitter and angry and just cut away. Or he could be a man and be bitter, just say, hey, let me rethink and reshape, revamp whatever I lost or whatever I'm coming short at. Because at the end of the day, what the women don't realize, the man's going to win. He has options. And there's some woman in the world who's not going to look at like that, them foolish women. And they go open up their eyes. And that's why these same foolish women try to go over to another country. They'll make their money up and they see for themselves. And they try to copy their mindset over with men over in another country. Trying to, well, you need to do something like that. You need to do something like this. You need to do something like that. And you see what that man tell them what to do. See where their ego and their attitude is going to give them. Watch what I'm telling you. Their ego and their attitude is going to get them all alone. And it's going to be their own fault. But this is something that that's why a certain demographic of women are single, because of what they put out there and what they say about their men. And the whole world is watching this. And their own men never, the only thing they say, they just need to change up their personality. They just need to change up. Maybe, they might be attracted to certain things like for example, they don't like fake hair, the bonnets, and that's all. But that's about it. And just a certain personality. But the women, the demographic of women, got to go all the way in. So that kind of turns some men away. So to my people out there that just say, why aren't we coming together? You got to ask the women. Ask the women why they're not. Why? Ask the women why they have a high ego. Why they gotta be so independent? and be so narcissistic in their independence? Why did they not learn to be the women that maybe their grandmothers were shown to be wives, to their grandfathers, their granduncles, who didn't have college degrees, who didn't make six figures, who wasn't at a certain point, but they stuck together. And we had an example in the black community until they loved each other till one of them got. It wasn't always easy for grandpa and grandma and granduncles and our cousins, but we stuck together, right? But this generation of women don't want to do it. But after that generation, my generation and on, we witness it, but some would choose not to follow the older generation. See, that's why the older generation love until one of them pass on. That's real love. That's real love and black love. And you see it in some people that have it, but you probably wonder why we don't see more black women or black men, because of what the women are saying. And you have women putting black men down. What does this tell black men? We don't need you. We don't want you. You ain't stuff. You ain't this. You ain't that. You ain't this. I'm just saying. The own worst is the own destruction. So that's what the black men and black women that always have that question. Why are we going to other women? Because it's not so much that you want because of that. It's because you're trying to find the characteristics of what a woman that particularly be a wife. It has nothing to do with color. It has to do with character. Same with if a woman looking for a man. Alright then, take care, be blessed, see you on this video.